Good evening, YouTubers. It's me, Johnny. Anyhow, today's Friday. It's February the 26th, 2021. Not too much to say. Today in the gold markets, gold was down, I want to say more than 1%. If you watch the gold markets all week, gold's been trending down. And for part of the week, silver was either maintaining or slightly trending up, but it even went down more than $1 today, $1 an ounce. Share prices have been kind of selling off a little bit. I should be better prepared and have all the statistics for all the world, but at least in parts of the Western world or the United States, anyways, shares have been down. Shares in Asia have been doing quite well recently, like Korea, India, probably Hong Kong, China, Singapore. But at least in the U.S., shares kind of been, I don't want to say selling off big time, but looking like they might want to come down. Like, for example, right now, today as I speak, Amazon and Tesla are now trending down. It appears to me they went through a trend line, and it appears to me they're in a downtrend. For how long, I don't know. Apple, it's kind of in a neutral zone right now. I don't know if it's going to go down or up. If I had to guess, and I'm only guessing, the bull market will continue and Apple will start trending up, and possibly Tesla and Amazon. I don't know, but it could be the beginning of a big bear market. I'm just a little bit skeptical right now. I think it's interesting that we had a big, some historically what would be considered a big bailout in the United States, almost $2 trillion, and the markets didn't seem to take that too well. Or I would say it's already priced in the markets. But the big news in the United States, at least, is interest rates are trending up. 10-year rates at 1.3. I think today rates came down a little bit, so stock shares came off their lows and started bouncing back up. The Fed spoke this week, indicating not too much except for to say that all their money printing does not matter. It will not lead to higher prices. Basically the Fed said if we get higher inflation, it's just going to be transitory or just short term. And the markets seem skeptical of that, I would say. That's why they're kind of selling off. That's why bonds have been going up. But whatever the Fed said was enough to kind of get bonds to stop going up. My view is interest rates are going to go up to probably 2%, the 10-year note. And at that point, the Fed will have to intervene. If they don't intervene, we could be seeing, I don't want to be overly dramatic, but we could be seeing some kind of financial Armageddon if the Fed doesn't intervene. I'm assuming they will. And I'm assuming the Fed will announce a big bailout. Or they'll have to find a diplomatic way to bail out banks without really bailing them out. I don't know if it'll be overt or covert or how this will all work. Or how it'll be sold to the public, but I imagine there'll be another bailout. I imagine Congress will intervene to bail out insiders and stuff like that. They'll probably say, because of the COVID crisis, we need more stimulus. It's kind of what they did this week, or the Biden administration. Anyways, I see interest rates going up to possibly 2%, so I don't think this little bear market is over. Or I think this little sell-off in shares could continue. I really think gold's going to keep going down. I think even Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these cryptos, either they level off or it'll sell off some more. It would not really surprise me to see it sell off more. I'm going to put it this way. If shares keep selling off, I would expect Bitcoin to sell off. And especially if commodities like oil, copper, some of the food crops, or some of the food commodities, if they keep selling off, we'll see Bitcoin sell off. Now, having said that, it all could reverse Monday. I don't know. I just have this feeling that we might get more of a correction. But yet I still have this idea that the Fed's going to come in and bail everyone out. But it seems like the Fed bailing everyone out right now would be too early. So that's why I don't know which way this is going. I just think we're in a kind of a holding pattern. We got to watch the market, see what are they going to do. All I can tell you, the clues right now is Apple is kind of in a trading zone. Tesla and Amazon, kind of, I don't want to say high flyers, but they've been really leading the market higher, as well as Apple too and Microsoft. But they're now in a downtrend. If Apple follows that and goes into a downtrend, and Microsoft does that, and the broader tech market, the broader tech indices, then I don't know what's going to happen. 20% drawdown, I don't know. But I could see that if that were to happen, I could see Bitcoin going down to 15,000, 20,000. I can see gold going down to 1650 maybe. My big thing with gold is, will it hold the line at 1,500? If it doesn't, I don't know what's going to happen. It could be really bad. I expect gold won't go down below $1,500 an ounce. I expect Bitcoin won't go down, well, it could go down more than below 15 or 20,000, but I'll be honest, it will surprise me if it does that. I think Bitcoin at 44, 45,000 could bounce off that and rally, or it could just go down to like 35,000. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. Right now, it doesn't seem obvious to me that the Fed's going to step in and bail everyone out, so that could cause a sell-off. If it's a big if interest rates keep going up. Can the Fed surreptitiously come into the market and buy up 10-year bonds or longer-term bonds? That's what Wall Street wants. I don't know if they could really do that surreptitiously. I don't think so. But we'll see. If that were to happen, I would expect shares to rally. We'll get another little boom. We'll just have to see what happens. And then if interest rates just plunge, then I would expect gold to like zoom up to $2,500, $3,500 an ounce. That's all for this week as far as what I see happening in the markets. Right now, it seems like we're not trending either way. I just don't know if we're heading into a bear market for shares and Bitcoin. It seems like there's a possibility. But then again, it's all to me what the Fed's going to do or not do. The Fed's saying they're going to let interest rates trend up. But I don't believe it. It's just if they let them trend up too much, something can break. The stock market, share markets across the world can start trending down. The reason that's important is because most people's pensions are in shares and in bonds. So if bonds keep going up, interest rates keep going up, that means the price of the bonds are going down, which is not good for pensions because pensions own a lot of bonds. If share prices go down because interest rates are going up, again, that's another major asset of most people's pensions. I don't think the Fed's going to risk that right now, but they could. I think they will, but I think that's years down the road. But until we get there, I suspect the Fed will intervene. I just don't know if it'll be 3 months from now, 6 months from now. I just assumed it'd be more down the road, which makes me think there's going to be a little bit more of a correction. Or something happens in the next few weeks and they have to intervene to keep things going. I don't know. I just think from a political point of view, the new Biden administration is going to get a lot of bad press. We just saw some bombing today in Syria. We see other clues that the left-wing part of the Democratic Party is not going to cooperate. We also have seen some recent clues that the moderates in the Democratic Party may not cooperate. And then we're seeing Republicans, I would just say the whole Republican establishment, just in general, may not want to cooperate. I mean, probably behind the doors they'll cooperate to give everyone a big bailout and the insiders a big bailout, but publicly they won't cooperate, which could cause a lot of anxiety in the markets, a lot of anxiety in people's lives. I just don't think this thing is over yet. I really don't. But right now, it seems like markets are really overvalued. They want to sell off. Interest rates seem to want to keep going up. And gold had a really bad day today, over 1% drawdown. Silver was down a buck an ounce. And Bitcoin couldn't catch a bid. I keep thinking Bitcoin's going to sell off, but it wouldn't rally and it wouldn't really sell off too much today. But to me, if you get Bitcoin around 42,000 and this bull market continues, it'll bounce off that. if it doesn't bounce off that $44,000 area, we could sell off more. I mean, it feels like to me we need to go higher in Bitcoin, but I just don't know. I just think Bitcoin and tech shares are following each other up to go up. Or they're going to do the opposite of interest rates, basically. So as long as interest rates keep going up, I don't expect Bitcoin to go down, but I expect gold to go down and tech shares. And then if tech shares go down a lot, then I would expect Bitcoin to follow suit. I just think Bitcoin's following a lot of the tech markets and interest rates. So that's my opinion on that. I personally am very uncertain about the future. I don't think there's an easy answer. To me, if gold got down to $1,500 an ounce, I'd be hesitant not to buy it there if I was a trader or speculator. But we'll have to wait and see. I think that'll be the line for gold. For Bitcoin, I don't know. Right now, the line in the sense 42,000, 44,000. If it can hold there and then bounce up, then I think we're off to the races. But till we see what happens next week and the week after that with interest rates and how the Fed responds to that, I think there's going to be there could be some potential volatility and uncertainty until the Fed finally poops or gets off the pot. We'll have to see what they do. Anyways, I want my viewers to have a good weekend. I'm going to put this up on the blog, or I'll put this up on the website or the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you.